Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video. Yo, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share my channel with everybody that you know. As y'all can see, I got my granny robe on. Not robe, cardigan. So you know, when this come out, it's time for some talk. It's time to have a talk. Yes, it's time to have a talk, girls. It's time to have a talk, guys. It's time for some chit chat. You know, I've been doing this quote of the week on my Instagram. If you don't follow me at Simone Talks on Instagram, Facebook, Simone Talks, Twitter, Simone Talks, Snapchat, Simone Talks. Go follow me. But I've been doing this quote of the week, and I saw this quote and I wanted to come have a conversation with my YouTube supporters. You know, I haven't, spent time with y'all. So let's dive into this. So the quote that I saw is, in order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. So I wanted to talk about this because, this touched home for me. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all. One of the hardest things for me to do when I started my self-love journey and put me first is it was like not hating my experiences, not hating my sins, forgiving myself, being kind to myself, being patient with myself. Like, that was one of the hardest things for me to do when I started this self-love journey of just putting me first and letting go of people, places, and things that wasn't conducive to my purpose. So that's why, I saw this quote and I'm like, oh, baby, y'all in my business. Don't do that. But I really want to talk about this quote because I'm gonna be, a little transparent. I ain't gonna be out too much. You gotta buy the book to know what happened. So, because of the things, in life we do things, we make mistakes, and when you make mistakes and when you sin and stuff, you can tell, like, people treat you differently, they judge you, they talk about you. And me, I don't think people understand. I watch and observe people, so I pick up on energies when people change, when people treat me a certain way. Like, I pick up on that easily. Like, I have no problem picking up on that. So, there's been times where I've noticed, like, people would be like, oh, they cool with me, they support me, we friends or whatever, and all this and all that. And then next thing you know, like, the energy is totally different. And it pushed me to, like, hate my experiences. It was like, dang, I hate myself for this. I can't believe I did that. Like, I'm a terrible person. I'm this, I'm that. Like, I found myself being so, like, caught up in what other people thought about my mistakes and my sins that I began to hate them myself, even though everything I went through shaped me into who I am today. And, it just pushed me to hate myself, and I wasn't kind to myself. I was mad, and I would just go through stuff and be in stuff and like, oh, I deserve this. And I was just tripping. I ain't gonna lie, I was tripping off the sins and the things that I did when I wasn't where I needed to be, when I didn't truly address my traumas, or when I thought I addressed my traumas and I knew myself and my self-love and my worth, but I really was still, going through some things. And seeing that quote, it really, like, touched me. And I just wanted to share this because I know a lot of times we say we love ourselves, but we hate our sin, or we hate our challenges that actually shaped us and to become the best version of ourselves. So I want to say, one, forgive yourself. It's not easy. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take healing. It's gonna take accountability. It's gonna take addressing and being real about everything. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I hated myself for my sins and my experiences. But when I, like, dig deep into where all this came from, why I allowed it, why I accepted the things I accepted, why I did the things I did, it channeled back to things that I thought I addressed, but I looked at it differently then than when I was starting to understand everything that was going on. So I do want to say, one, forgive yourself and be patient with yourself when it comes to your challenges and your sins, because you can't truly love yourself or truly know your worth or set boundaries on how people treat you if you hate yourself for your experiences. Because or your challenges because you will allow things to happen and people to do stuff to you because you feel like you deserve it. You feel like, oh, I was this bad person, I made these sins, or these challenges happened to me. Oh, I hate myself, so every bad thing, every traumatic thing that happened to me, every toxic thing that happened to me, I deserve it. I'm just gonna accept it, be in it, live in it, and that's just gonna be that. No, forgive yourself, give yourself grace, and be patient with yourself as you grow and as you change and become the best version of yourself. Because a lot of times we don't realize that we have to address generational curses. We have to address things we went through as children. We have to address so many different things to become who we're meant to be, who God has called us to be. It's so many things we have to undress and unveil and shake off to become the best version of ourselves in the Lord. So that's number one. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. Don't hate yourself, because then you're just going to accept whatever comes. Number two, give yourself time to process everything, time to change, time to really get through, grow through, and go through what you need so that you can love yourself despite your sins and despite your challenges that shaped you into who you are. Number three, everything happens for a reason. God, when he formed you in your mother's womb, he already knew who you was. He already foreseen all this happening. So just trust God. Everything is a blessing and a lesson. So that's what I want to say. Number three, trust God. He already knew what was going to happen. So if he can forgive you, you should be able to forgive yourself as well. Number four. Number four, instead of looking at it as challenges and sins, what I've learned is to turn my stuff into a testimony. To me, my testimony is my purpose, and my purpose is my power. So the challenges that I faced that shaped me, since I know better and I'm learning and I'm working towards doing better, I am doing better, and all of those things, I am using those things to be a part of my testimony to help someone else. So always remember that despite what you do in your life, it can be used to be glorified to help and bless someone else that may go through the same thing you're going through. So, use it if you feel comfortable talking about it. You don't have to go into details about everything, but you can, scratch the surface of certain stuff, and it could be a blessing to someone else. And number five, the final thing I want to say is put yourself first. Know your worth, know your value, and love yourself, because when you don't love yourself, you set the tone for how people treat you. And we fail to realize that. We set the tone for how people treat us, how people talk to us, all of that. So love yourself, forgive yourself, heal yourself, grow, and allow God to process and change the things that need to be changed. Because everything you go through in life, like I said, he already knows it's going to happen. So you have to have patience and grace with yourself, and forgive yourself, because we are constantly growing, evolving, and changing. That's inevitable. Growth and change is inevitable. I don't think we're ever going to be perfect or never stop growing. So you're constantly growing and changing. So always remember that, you're growing and changing. Just as long as you learn from your challenges or your sins that shaped you, that's the most important thing. Learn the lesson and cut the cycle. That's it. That's what I gotta say. Learn the lesson and cut the cycle. But yeah, I'm gonna read the quote again. In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. So love yourself, love everything about you, the dirt, the bad, the good, the dirty, the clean, the unclean. Love all of that, because it shaped you and it's helping you become a beautiful and a powerful, strong, handsome man or woman of God. So walk in that purpose, walk in that light. Don't care what nobody else say about you, how everybody else view you, because guess what? The only person's opinion that matters is yours and the Lord, because you are so precious to him. And that's all I want to say. And also make sure you grow through your challenges, and that you learn from them, because somebody is waiting for you to share these things so that they could, you know that, okay, she made it through this, so I can make it through this too. She did that, so okay, I got this. Like, you don't even understand that you're gonna help someone else break a cycle, or learn to accept and properly deal with their challenges, so that they can love themselves enough to know, oh, I don't have to hate myself for this. You know, I can feel the emotions that I feel, because I don't think people understand. You can do something and understand it was wrong and feel those emotions so that you won't do it again. That's the thing, is learning. You gotta learn from it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little chit chat with me. I think I'm gonna do it like every week. Drop a video every week, chit chat, and I have some other stuff in store, so stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share my channel with everybody that you know, and turn my post notifications on so that you know when I post and you won't miss a video. You know my outro: be confident, be glamorous, or beautiful and handsome. I'm out. Until next time.